everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, we have a defense that loves to quickly get off the field. The Vikings are #1 in defensive yards allowed, and they go up against the Cowboys, who will need to be sharp on offense. With that, we'll send you up to Minneapolis with our broadcasters, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, in 2 years' time, it will host Super Bowl 52. You get a look inside the impressive new U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight, we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They have certainly got it rolling of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And it's simple. The more you win in the regular season, the more likely you play at home in the postseason, and that can take you deep into January.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Cowboys now ready to go on offense for the first time. They'll be led out by the 14-year NFL veteran, the Cowboys' all-time leading passer, Tony Romo.
And let's face it, not only has he had a really good career in Dallas, he's a personal favorite of Jerry Jones. I mean, in fact, it wasn't just the other day, Jerry said, I expect Tony to be our starter for the next 4 or 5 seasons.
And I scratched my head and said, gosh, 5. That would put him over 40. He was the starting quarterback that long.
It tells you how much he likes him, how much he trusts him, and how much he believes in him.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards on the pickup. And the Cowboys are going to get a first down. When we sat with the coaching staff a couple of days ago, they said attacking that defensive look with a run, something they wanted to do, it was effective.
And they were extremely confident, weren't they? Their planning, their preparation, they knew what they were going to get in that defense, and they were able to attack it accordingly.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big plays out in the open field. They will attempt to do so in this game.
Now it's 2nd and 7. On the counter, Elliott. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Romo. And this is going to be incomplete. He was looking for Terrence Williams that time. And now it's 4th down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
This is fielded at the 7. Daryl Patterson. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, 93 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt, and they score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. First possession resulted in a punt. What does Mr. Davis predict for possession number 2?
I'm looking forward to seeing what they had down on their play sheet, because most teams start with that script, that so-called script, about things they want to do. Some of those plays are used to probe, and some of those plays are used to attack. I think they're going to try to attack on this possession.
All right, let's see what happens. Will they attack? They start on the ground with Elliott. And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They come out here in the eye. Another carry for the rookie Elliott. And some room to roam now. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. They run again with Peterson. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. On the tackle, the rookie Jalen Smith.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
All right, here we go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Now that definitely hurts, because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The starters now on offense. And Stephon Diggs, our first chance to see him today.
Brandon, remember we had this conversation about how highly recruited he was in high school. Didn't quite live up to it in college due to some injuries. But, boy, has he hit the NFL like a bomb. Stephon Diggs, a crafty, mature route runner who can go the distance.
On second down, Peterson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Back to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 12, and it'll be a Minnesota first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They run the counter now. It's Peterson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Offense.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
Holding defense.
And you as a former defender should know that the referees are watching this closely, defensive holding.
They watch it awfully closely. I sure wish they'd let it be 5.5 yards like they do for the offensive guys. But in this case, they were strict with the rule.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it's a second down. They'll look to throw again. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. A bullet throw, but incomplete. One quarter down here on a frigid December night. 7-all is the score. We're back to Minneapolis in just a moment.
This presentation of the NFL on EA Sports is brought to you by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And Forbath will put this one through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Here's Romo now on second down. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
From the gun on third down, Romo. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. It was the safety blitz that ultimately did the job, and they're going to credit him with a sack. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Remember, his first attempt was returned for a touchdown. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 22. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he's got room. A great read, and it's picked off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
Extra point try by Bailey. And that makes it 14-10. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. Here's Peterson as they begin on the ground. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
They run again on first down. Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. So now a 3rd and 12 with an extra defender here in the secondary, a nickel look. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Jordan Hill getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more...
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dez Bryant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll drop to throw. And Diggs has it. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Back to throw again. And almost almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there.
3rd and 5, so they bring in an extra defensive back.
Expecting pass. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. Back to throw now on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw for it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Cowboys. They were ready for what the defense was showing. They had prepared for that look, recognized it, went straight to the air, got the first. Well done.
Love the recognition because you can prepare for everything. You can watch the tape and put together your game plan, but you still have to understand what they're doing in terms of what they're showing and be able to adjust accordingly, and they did exactly that.
So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to the EA Halftime Report. Let's take a look back at the first half. The Vikings looked great last week, but haven't been as steady today. The Cowboys have done a good job upsetting their rhythm, and that shows on the scoreboard. So let's take a look at the highlights from the first half. Jones is punting it away now. Patterson's going to try for the return. He gone as he sprints to the end zone. That puts them up by a touchdown. Early in the first, Elliott's going to get loose thanks to great blocking, and he'll take this all the way for a touchdown. Vikings on 2nd and 7. Under pressure here, and the pass is picked off. Brown's the one taking it back for the score. They're now on top by 4. 1st and 10. Romo's on target on the slant, and it leads to a touchdown. The lead now at 11. So that'll do it for us at the EA Sports Studio. We're going back under the lights for the second half of this Thursday night matchup.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, spinning away. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front, they moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Again, Peterson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. Well, we know he's had a lot of good games in this league. He had another good one last week, but here, he's just off, isn't he?
And that's hard to believe because we're so used to him being so good. But guess what? Even the best players are allowed to have some bad moments and stretches along the way. Normally what we see, though, is him finding a way out, finding a way to make some big...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's the rookie from Notre Dame, Jalen Smith, in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. A rookie QB struggling, gets thrown down to the ground there. But, you know, maybe this game, it's not over yet, but maybe this game can be a learning experience for him.
So many different things that he has to pick up on. When to go ahead and flush from the pocket and run. When to get rid of the football and not take it.
Under pressure, they got him again. Here's Jeff Locke now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. One man in the backfield, Elliott. On 1st and 10, Romo. Now Romo hit, and he loses the football. He had it jarred out.
Plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. Well, we just saw the recipe for success right there. Big body, strong, agile, playing with great leverage in hands. Not really able to be blocked on that play. Close things down inside.
3rd and long here. It's Romo. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety. And how about the big boy, the D tackle there, feasting on the O-line, getting his squad 2 points.
The glory guys are the defensive ends and the outside linebackers. They create the pressure from the edge, but those big fellas inside that can collapse a pocket, sometimes they get rewarded too.
Extra round at the post-game buffet. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know this.
Adrian Peterson. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, he currently stands second in the league in rushing, and runs like that are a big reason why. Heck, runs like that might get him to first.
And when you've got goals in front of you, if you're second and you want to be first, that type of running gives you something to shoot for and hopefully attain.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They come out here in the eye. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Adrian Peterson with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game. Well, that was a quick hitter drive. They had the huge play to get him down near the goal line, and then they run it in. I don't know that the defense ever had a chance to catch their breath.
A lot of the time now, when we see people hit big plays, and each team defines a big play their own way, 10, 15-yard gains. In this case, it was a huge gain. They often want to hurry up and go right away. Keep the momentum going, hit them again, and I think we just saw that there. The second play resulted in pay dirt.
Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. And they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Bryant, the lone receiver, left. To throw on second down is Romo. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. But he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Here's Romo. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
That's his second sack of the game. The best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson. And these numbers showing up on the screen, that's why he's their star. They kept him down for a little bit, couldn't keep him down for a full 4 quarters.
But what they were hoping for was a half of a game. And if they could have shut it down at the half, they had done their job. But as you mentioned, a full 4 quarters, and the best, they always feel like they're one run away from changing the momentum or breaking something big. And we're starting to see that here in the second half.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back. And now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the fourth. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first, heading out of the pocket. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take this one down to the 20-yard line.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Peterson alone in the backfield, and he'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 2 on the play, but they'll remain a few inches short here with 3rd down looming.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
3rd down now following the run. They'll run it. Here's Peterson. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points, and that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They come up in an empty set, 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Here's Romo. And Escobar has it left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now Tony Romo on first down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. Bye-bye, Beasley. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his acceleration. We always talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. It took him less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Now it's Patterson. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The defense for the Cowboys getting set to go. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen? Who broke down? Who gave it up? Instead, just go back out there, be a unit again, and try and play a little bit better.
Yeah, see if they can play a little bit better on this drive.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
And ready for 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Carry number 20 now for Peterson. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Offense.
So a little grabbing there, but this time it goes against the offense for holding. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Needed 16, they got 17 on third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Back to the ground, Peterson. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense.
Here we go now.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he's brought down. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Play fake here on first down. This will be caught at the 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Rhett Ellison, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead.
And there's the go-ahead touchdown. And so likely will kick an extra point. But to me, I'm looking forward. Special teams now with your kickoff, and then your defense, that's where the pressure shifts.
Yeah, because there's plenty of time left on that clock. Anytime you're over a minute in the NFL, there's a chance. It's up and good, and they jump back ahead, 35-28. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Format to send it away now following the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. And they'll see if they can get one final stop with this crowd behind them.
And let's face it, as much as we want to say it's all about the guys on the field, they can get some help right here from the home crowd. And they're going to try their best to get them motivated, get them involved. But they're going to need to make a play or two in order to keep them in that spot.
The crowd's making some noise now. Escobar with it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So something we've unfortunately seen before, and that's Tony Romo forced to the sideline. And in comes a rookie out of Mississippi State. That's Dak Prescott. He'll look to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And quickly, they get to the line. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Here we go. Try 38.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. He completes it to Bryant. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down one. That extra point is not a gimme.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Look at the spin. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And for the right side here, complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got two more to use here in the final stages. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. So now it all rests on the foot of Kai Forbath. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And it'll be a fun time in the Twin Cities tonight. The Vikings win it. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not in a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for the Vikings, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.